For today's video, we're going to get some gameplay with the new Vindertech Penny, who's one of the new Wild West heroes. And the way I was able to get her was from the Road Trip Llama. Her three main abilities are Plasma Pulse, Base, and Decoy. She also has Creative Engineering, as well as Energy Regen, and 1 Hot Minute, which is going to reduce the cooldown of Plasma Pulse. She also has Power Pulse, which is going to increase the damage of Plasma Pulse, as well as Going and Going, which is going to increase the duration of Decoy. She also has Supercharged Plasma, which is going to increase the damage radius of Plasma Pulse. She also has Kinetic Overload, as well as Plasma Pulse Blast, which is going to make your Plasma Pulse immediately fire a wave of plasma that deals 145 base energy damage. And she also has Malfunction, which is going to make your Plasma Pulse spawn 8 Plasma Balls that deal 550% more damage. Plasma balls will be spawned all at once and explode after 10 seconds if not triggered. And at the very bottom it says Constructor that uses Plasma Pulse to create Plasma Bomb Zones. And she also has a support squad bonus called Shielded, which is going to increase your maximum shield. And the loadout we're going to use is Stars and Stripes Penny in our support slot to increase our blunt melee damage, and Thunderstrike Scorch in our tactical slot to give us the Dragon Days tactical squad bonus. The mission we're going to do is this level 100 Deliver the Bomb, and we're also going to be doing it solo. Anyways, before we get into the gameplay, I do want to show some examples of her perks, and the first one we're going to take a look at is her decoys. Let's go ahead and test it out on this encampment. As you can see, the radius is a lot smaller than some other Constructor's decoy. The cooldown is 30 seconds, and it lasts for about 10 seconds, I believe, so it does last a little bit longer than some other Constructor's decoy, but the radius is not as big. I guess the next one we'll take a look at is her Plasma Pulse. So the cooldown for her Plasma Pulse is 25 seconds, and as you see, it also drops these little mini plasma balls, and I think they automatically explode after like 10 seconds if they're not triggered, but it does 550% more damage. Those little balls that her Plasma Pulse drops. And I believe the Plasma Pulse lasts for about 10 seconds. Let's double check and see. Looks like it doesn't have like the normal explosions that the normal Plasma Pulse has. Also keep in mind that there is a blast when you first set down your Plasma Pulse, and that blast deals energy damage. So let's go ahead and check it one more time. So yeah, it doesn't have explosions like the normal Plasma Pulse. Instead, it's just going to drop these 8 balls that you see here. It also seems like they have to get really close to the plasma balls before they're triggered. So you can either continue walking around your plasma balls, and when the husks follow you, it can blow them up that way. But what I would recommend doing is using your Plasma Pulse the same time you use your decoy, and just drop them both in the same spot. That way it'll increase the chances of them walking over your plasma balls and triggering the explosive. And the last thing I want to do before we get into the gameplay is show how big her base is, which it really isn't that big at all. It only extends up to 3 tiles. So as you can see, her base covers 1, 2, 3, and it stops at that 3rd tile. So she has like one of the smallest bases in the game, and she doesn't have any perks or abilities in regards to her base either, so she's not really a good hero when it comes to her base. And I guess we'll go ahead and show the Kinetic Overload perk as well. And Kinetic Overload basically allows your blunt melee weapon to do more damage and impact, and it gets triggered by critical hits. And before I show an example of it, one thing I should point out is that they have made changes to it since yesterday's patch. The way it used to work before yesterday's patch is that it had a 6-second cooldown, but since patch 5.0, there's no longer a cooldown for your Kinetic Overload. One thing you may want to do is put a crit rating on your hardware melee weapons. That way you can trigger Kinetic Overload a lot more often. As you see, we just did it right there. It sort of has like a green and white glowing effect when it triggers. And not only is there a reduced cooldown, but it also does more damage, almost 3 times as much damage as it used to do. So those were a couple changes that were made to Kinetic Overload in yesterday's patch. We'll go ahead and try to do it one more time so I can show you an example of what it looks like. We just did a Kinetic Overload right there. We just did it again. We just did it again. So as you can tell, there is no longer a cooldown when it comes to Kinetic Overload. And that's going to allow you to do a lot more damage and knockback with your blunt melee weapons. But yeah, in my opinion, it doesn't seem like she has a good base. Her decoy's really not that good compared to some other Constructor's decoy. And her Plasma Pulse does do more damage than other Constructor's Plasma Pulse, but it doesn't have those explosions. It just drops 8 Plasma Balls. But yeah, that sums up all of her perks and abilities. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay. Alright, well, let's go ahead and escort it.
The bomb is on the move. Keep it safe.
Here we go, people. We sort of have a long way to go. I'm just hoping that they spawn in this time. Because I've already tried this once before and no enemy spawn throughout the entire escort. Which, as you can imagine, made for a terrible gameplay. All we did was walk the entire time. So it looks like they are spawning in this time, which is good. And they're also doing damage to our bomb, which is bad. We're going to try to spam our abilities throughout most of this defense. They're literally jumping right on top of the bomb, though, which is not good. I don't feel like building because I feel like that's a waste of materials. So if it takes damage, it takes damage. We'll be alright. As long as it doesn't get completely destroyed. Let's go ahead and use another decoy and throw down some more plasma balls. Here we go. Looks like they're spawning right on top of the bomb, which is not good. We will use our turrets if we need to. If it takes some more damage, then we'll use it. But yeah, I was thinking about just cutting this part out entirely, because I know escorting the bomb is one of the easier mission objectives. So let me know in the comments if you would prefer we just do the defense whenever we do a deliver the bomb mission, or do you want to see us do the escort as well? Let me know. Because right now I don't even think we're halfway there yet. We still got quite a ways to go. But at least they're spawning in, so I can't complain. Or at least they were spawning in. Let's go and get rid of this dude. I like having that affliction on my pulverizer because you only need to hit him once and the affliction takes care of the rest. Wow, our bomb took a lot of damage. I'll go ahead and show y'all how much further we have to go since they aren't spawning in. We still have to go all the way over here and then we'll make it to the launcher. Yep, here they come. Or here one comes. Again, I only need to hit them once. I'm not sure what kind of element we're going to get for the defense. Right now I see a bunch of fire element husk, but there was no type of elemental modifier for this mission, so I'm not sure which element we're going to get when we defend the bomb. If we get water, we'll use our new Walloper because it does nature damage. But if we get another type of element, then we may just use a different type of weapon. And we really shouldn't be using the Walloper on fire enemies. Better off using our pulverizer because it does energy damage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the escort. I think we're just about down here. Oh no, don't die. There were actually quite a lot of changes that were made to Heroes in patch 5.0. Never really gotten a chance to go over all of those changes. If you would like for me to do a video on them, let me know in the comments below. Oh my goodness, here they come. Come on, Pulverizer, get them. There we go. Is that it? I think we did it.
We made it.
Alright, well I think we're ready to start. Here we go. They're spawning from the northwest as well as the southwest. And we're using a total of 2 defenders. We have one sniper up here looking towards the northwest, and we have another one down here looking towards the northwest. We're also using a bunch of traps over here. Oh my goodness, I'm lagging. Uh-oh. But yeah, we do have a bunch of traps over here as well. And we also have our base over here. So this side is protected. I didn't see any type of element. I don't think we have one either. So we'll just go ahead and use this energy pulverizer. Let's go ahead and use our abilities as well.
We got this.
We did not go over the build limit, but we did place some traps over their spawns, as you can see here, to help us out a little bit. But we were a few pieces under the build limit. I know it really doesn't affect your payout or rewards or anything, but I still try to stay under the build. Oh my goodness. I still try to stay under the build limit because if you overbuild, it makes it sort of too easy. So let's see how everything's going on up here. It looks like they broke one of our walls up there, and we have a mini boss. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's check out his modifiers. Trap vulnerable. Oh no. We're gonna have to build some traps, people. Where is he going? Where are you going? Oh, he's almost dead already. Get him, traps. Get him. Oh my goodness, we are lagging really bad right now. Let's try to get him with the traps. Get him. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's get back to spamming our abilities. I don't know why it's so choppy right now. We're in a private lobby, and it's still lagging a little bit. Oh my goodness. So yeah, my apologies for that. Let's go ahead and spam our abilities. Use our decoy some more. Use our plasma ball some more. I'm not sure why it's so laggy right now, people. I haven't really had any problems today, but as soon as I try to get some gameplay, I start lagging. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to start over though, because I've already placed down all of these traps. Alright, we're good on this side. Let's go check the other side. But yeah, that would sort of be a waste if I started over. Maybe tried to get a lobby that was less laggy. But yeah, they did break one of our walls. Let's go ahead and replace it if we can. Let's go ahead and replace it, because we don't want them going this way. We want them to jump off here so our wall launchers can push them in this pit.
Our fort's in danger.
Let's go check the other side. But let me know in the comments which Wild West hero you would like to see gameplay of next. Oh my goodness, hopefully the next one's not as laggy as this one. Right now I have all of them except for the new ninja. Also, let me know which flintlock weapon you would like to see next. I think I have the duelist pistol. We also have the dragoon. I know I called it the dragon the other day, my fault. I didn't see that extra O.
Never get
Trying to use my abilities. There we go.
Here it comes. 30 seconds.
But yeah, let me know which one you would like to see gameplay of next. When it comes to Penny, her decoy is not really that good. Her base really isn't good. Her plasma pulse is different because it doesn't have explosions like it normally does. But I feel like maybe if you got like a bunch of husks grouped up together, or like if they're attacking a survivor or something, it may come in handy. But yeah, in my opinion, she's not really a good constructor compared to some other constructors. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for our first Vintage Tech Penny gameplay. Let me know what you think about her in the comments below. Hope you found the video useful, and thanks for watching.